So I was one of these people that for a long time I thought that I was a very judgmental person. I was kind of like ashamed of it. I thought that there was something wrong with me, or that I just couldn't like fit in with certain people. I had an intense hatred for certain people. And I would always kind of like blame myself and say like, oh, you're just being too like judgmental, or you're not, you should give them a chance or whatever. And as I get older, I've kind of realized that I was actually right. And that there are certain people that I definitely should have been judgmental towards. And there were certain people that definitely deserved my criticism and my ire. And one of the ways that I would handle this was online trolling, like fucking with people online, which is generally seen as like not good. People don't really respect people that troll online or like mess with people. It depends on who you talk to. Some people, they think it's funny, but I think it's been very therapeutic for me to just mess with people online. Just fuck with them incessantly. And like, I'll give you an example. There was this guy on Instagram that made this video that said, it was something like, guys that aren't muscular get very insecure around guys that are muscular, which it's like, I'm sure that's true in some cases, but not everybody. Like, there's a lot of people that don't care if you have a nice physique or a nice body. And this guy was describing a story where he was, his friend, I guess, was on a date with a girl, and the girl said, like, complimented the guy's muscles and said like, oh, you have really nice muscles. And he was saying, oh, this other guy was like really insecure and was like messing with me, and I ended up taking the girl off of him that night. Like, just a clearly made up story by this fucking short bald guy. And it really upset me. And the good thing for me is that there's a comment section on his video where anybody can leave a comment. And I basically said, yeah, I think you're right about that. I think that guys are insecure, like, about their muscles. Do you think the same thing applies for guys that are short and bald? Do you think that same logic applies? And he didn't like that. He started fucking like leaving comments against me and was criticizing me and was calling me like a twink and stuff, which I use my government name on Instagram. Like, I use my real name. There's a picture of me on the account, which I actually like that more than Twitter. Like, because on Twitter I use like a burner account and it's like a fucking Family Guy picture. I like using my government name more. Like, I want people to know, to see that it's me, and can see that like I detest them and I don't approve of their behavior. And that's just an example of like how you can use social media to harass people that actually deserve to be harassed. Because this guy is like, he's making up stories. He's trying to get approval online. He's trying to like make some video that makes him look cool on social media for like teenagers and Indians. So yeah, he deserved to get knocked down a peg, basically. I honestly think it's a very good way to regulate society and keep people in check and stop people from taking themselves so seriously. I think bullying actually has some benefits, you know? I used to get bullied a little bit in school, and sometimes I deserved it and sometimes I didn't. But really what it is, what bullying is just you're kind of taking yourself too seriously. You're in your ego. You're thinking too highly of yourself. And other people are like trying to knock you down a peg. They're like, all right, fucking settle down. And sometimes that's good and sometimes it's bad. But it's not universally bad. I remember having a conversation at Thanksgiving with my family where we were talking about how people don't really get nicknames anymore. Like back in like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, kids used to have nicknames. And nowadays, like, nobody really has any nicknames. Everybody just goes by their fucking government first and last name. And I realized the reason for that was because of like the anti-bullying movements in the early 2000s, like after Columbine. Let's say some kid's calling you fucking stogie or whatever and you don't like it. You go tell the teacher and report the kid. And the teacher pulls them aside and says, hey, you can't call him that. That's bullying. You couldn't do that in the 70s and the 80s. You'd get beaten up. So, I mean, it's good that people aren't getting viciously bullied. I agree. But it's also kind of made people like, some people are getting too bold. They're getting too audacious. A lot of these like alpha male red pill guys online, they deserve to get made fun of. Like, they're doing themselves no favors with the content that they're putting out and the way that they carry themselves. I think online trolling is actually good for you. It makes me feel better when I do this to some people. The only thing better than online trolling is real life trolling, but that comes with a lot more risks because you don't know what these fucking goobers have in them. Like, are they gonna like stab you or shoot you or try to like beat you up? If you do it online, you can be 1,000 miles away. I honestly think that it has its benefits. Like, I feel better sometimes after I fucking troll somebody or I make fun of them. I really do. It's like how dogs will like play rough with each other, because human beings, like, we are animals. We are animals at the end of the day. Sometimes you take your dog to the dog park and the dogs are playing rough with each other and they're like, you know, maybe biting a little bit or wrestling, and one of them yelps, and you think like, man, that's really rough. Maybe I should stop that. But that's just like, they're just playing. They're just playing around. And I think human beings have that same instinct in terms of like roasting people and making fun of them. And, you know, oh my God, if somebody fucking said something on this video that like really upset me, like, I might have a reaction of like I might be fucking sad or hurt by it, but a lot of times you don't even dislike the people that you're making fun of. Like, I don't detest a lot of them. Like, they were in the same room as me, I wouldn't care. But it's like, I just hate what you're posting. I think what you're posting is bad for society. And so I'm trying to get you to like take yourself less seriously. That's all it is. Like, I don't hate them as human beings. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I honestly think it's a good thing. I think it's very underrated. I think more people should do it. But anyways, yeah. Happy New Year, guys.